Yo, Ant, bro, I know you're kind of busy. I know you're cooking. But while I have you here, dude, I have a question. And this is something that I know that you're super passionate about. All right, what do you think about black males and vulnerability?
Bruh, that's crazy. I actually just had this conversation this past week. I was talking to a college student about his first breakup. He had just broken up with his girlfriend, and he's a freshman. And it broke his heart. Truly, it really did. But his first response was, "I don't give a."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, oh, for real." And everybody else in the room was so it was in a group of other young black men, and so they were all able to relate with him. "Oh man, yeah man, for real, you shouldn't even know she missed da. I remember that with me." And everybody's kind of in an uproar because he's like, "I don't give a." And I'm like, okay. And so my decision was, because I'm an adult and I understand that ain't true.
Yeah.
So I began to pull on his emotions. And what were your nights like? What are your nights like now? What are your thought processes like now? Okay, what are you going through now? When you see something that reminds you of you to help, what's that like? And he starts to be honest about now. The moments where he broke down when this song came on and he broke down crying, and moments when he was playing a video game when she usually would be on the phone. That was hard for him. And she started to be really open about his emotions, and I saw something change.
Wow.
I saw something change. The entire room went quiet. And I was like, huh. In my optimistic mind, I'm like, okay, everybody is engaged in the conversation. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, bet. So then I start to look around. And everybody is getting fidgety. Everybody's in their phone. People are in their phone. People are just trying to figure out what's going on. And that's where I saw the problem. And so I continue to pull on his emotions. He continues to open up. And then this happens. Taught me so much. Because we all do it. Someone chimes in and goes, cut him off a little bit. "Hey, bro. Listen, bro, she don't know what she's missing, bro. There's a lot more fish in the sea. You're amazing. Do you know who you are?" And then everybody starts getting in. "Oh, yeah, you know who you are." And they started to build him up, get him super, motivate him, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. And I noticed in that moment that everybody in the room, they thought that they were being motivational to help him. But the truth of the matter is, they were being motivational because his emotions were making them uncomfortable.
Wow.
And that's what we do. We're super motivational when someone is venting, because one, we want to have something to say because it's uncomfortable for us to not have something to say. And two, because your emotions right now are making me uncomfortable.
Wow.
That's what we do. And the problem is, people don't need motivation sometimes. Actually, most times. Sometimes they just need an ear. They just need your ears, and they need you to listen. Maybe they need some prayer after, or a hug. But they don't need your actual selfish motivation. That's selfish motivation. And how to love selflessly is to just listen at the expense of how comfortable you are.
Wow.
That's my thought. The problem is not in, we need to push all these young black men into counseling. And I think that's amazing. Young black men should be in counseling. It is extremely helpful. I'm about to go to counseling. I think it's an incredible thing. But you don't find the big issues in the big hoorah. You find it in the little, small details. There's a saying that says the devil is in the details. And I find that to be true. Because even look, with racism, this sounds crazy, it might sound crazy, but even with racism, you don't really see the big problem with racism in the KKK marches or the racial slurs at the baseball games. You find racism in the little, tiny, small microaggressions, in the little comments that that racist people make. That's where you find the real problem. It's embedded. It's in the roots. It's inside. You think generation after generations they usually throw people in the council? No, you gotta teach young black men how to be around other young black men and learn how to listen to emotions and to how people feel. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. And we have to create spaces for young black men to be open, feel safe, not judged, and feel heard.
Wow.
And not be talked over, but to just be. You save a lot of money counseling. You save a lot of money. Because a lot of people in counseling, for a lot of their sessions, they're just venting all the stuff that if they had the safe space to vent, they wouldn't need all those counseling sessions. Now, there's a good portion of the counseling sessions where I help them work through all that they feel, all that they're going through, and that's incredible. Dig into their past, and that's really, really, really helpful. But if I just had a safe space, I'll save a lot of money, and a lot of time, and a lot of heartbreak, and a lot of heartbreaking.
Wow.
Those are my thoughts.